story time. Story time. When I was in high school, I tried out for theater. I did not get it. You want to know why I didn't get it? Because my high school, I went to a fine arts academy that does like students that are specifically into like fine arts, like art, music, etc. During theater, like the tryouts for theater and what have you, there were 3 teachers that were the judges that you had to try out in front of. So I got up and I did my audition. I did fantastic. And one of them was the choir teacher, who I knew very personally. Was also friends of my family. I was kind of his pet pocket student. He absolutely adored me and I adored him. The band teacher, same thing with me. The third one was the world history teacher, which I did not get along with and also got in trouble for legal things later on. But he and I did not like each other. And it was very, very, it was not good. So I went up and I did my audition on stage and I felt like I nailed it pretty solidly. I was very happy with my audition. I said, thank you. And the choir director was like, oh, you did so well, Pumpkin. You did so well. It was so good. The band teacher was like, oh, Pumpkin, that was wonderful. The teacher that hated me, he goes, yeah, that's a no. I don't think she can sing. I don't think she's a good singer. I don't think she's gonna be a good fit. She can't sing her way out of a paper bag. I was like... okay, thank you for the audition time. Have a great day. Bye! Needless to say, I decided to not go into theater because I realized that he would have been the guy in charge of the theater production, and I did not want to deal with him at all. So that was my reason for not going into theater when I feel like I really could have. And I think, you know, looking back on it, I think I made the right decision, but maybe I should have gotten into it when I got older, you know? Why is he why is he beefing with a teenager? You really want to know? Because I'm happy to spill the tea. I'm happy to spill the tea if you're interested in why he was beefing with me. So this teacher, yeah, there's tea, chat, there's tea. This teacher, real piece of work. Real piece of work guy. I gotta turn this down in my ear holes. It is loud. I know you can't hear it, but I can, and it's very loud. So this teacher, there we go. Give me just 1 second. I'm gonna change the music out so that I can focus a little bit. There. That's my usual stream music. So, the tea, chat, is as such. If you don't know me and you came in with the raids earlier, I'm a very organized type of dame. I'm a person that likes to write everything down. I live very organized, very scheduled lifestyle. Because I'm comfy that way. It's just the way my brain works. So, when I got into high school, my first year of high school... yeah, take notes! My first year of high school, I roll in, I'm like 13, 14 years old. It's my first time at this school, at this tuition school. I've never been here before. I don't know anything about it. I'm still learning my schedule. Because you know how they hand you your class schedule? You have to learn where the classes are, etc. It's a lot. Especially for like a 13, 14-year-old kid. So, I wrote down my class schedule every day. And I would write down the changes because we didn't have block scheduling. So it was very different for us. Our classes changed every single day of what position they were in. Sometimes it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sometimes it's 2, 4, 7, 9. Like, you know. Moai, thank you very much for the gift sub. So every time at lunch, I would write down on this piece of paper what the schedule was for that day. And then I would write, right after lunch, I would say, go to lunch, then go to 3rd floor to change out books and get ready for world history. I had to write that down because in my brain, I have to remember to do this behavior so that it would become habit. Then I wouldn't need it anymore. So if I reminded myself, I would do it over and over, I would learn, and then I wouldn't need the paper. So I get to this class, and I sit down, and apparently on my way into the classroom, the paper that I had fallen out of my pocket. So this teacher, the same one I just told you about that said, she can't sing, found the paper after we all got settled in, picked it up off the floor and like unwrapped it and looked at it, and then just started laughing at it. And I'm a very open book sort of person. And they said, so somebody dropped this. What? This person wrote, go to their locker after every single lunch period so that they wouldn't forget? How do you not forget? How do you forget to do that? Do you have to write it down every single time? That's embarrassing. And I was like, actually, sir, that's mine. That's for me to help remember because I'm learning. I am very, very straightforward. Like, I don't get ashamed of things. I don't get ashamed of things like that. And I'm a kid. I'm learning. There's no issue with how I do things. I didn't do anything wrong. Because I was so forward about it and was like, that's actually mine. I didn't really think it was that funny, but okay. He was trying to get jokes at my expense, at the expense of this, and no one was laughing. So from that moment on, I was a target. I was a target. I ruined his joke, I guess. I have no idea. He was also the kind of teacher that would have, like, couches, like, try to be the cool teacher, the young, hip, cool teacher, with band posters and stuff on his walls. Whatever. So, we did not get along, and every single time I had to go into his classroom, he would make things difficult for me. I didn't seek him out. I don't really care. I just did my thing. But he was always, you know, best friends with all these students. They would go hang out in his room to study, and it was like, okay, sure. However, the reason why it's kind of a chuckle fuckery is during my final years as an upperclassman, dude got arrested. Dude got straight arrested. We were sitting in class, and we did not know why he hadn't shown up. We were like, where's the teacher? What happened? The principal had to come in and tell us it was going to be a free period because he wasn't coming in, only for the students to find out what actually happened, why the teacher just didn't show up. So, during one of the history, they did a history trip to Spain with the upperclassmen, which are, you know, 17, 18 years old. They went overseas, went to Spain. Guess what teacher was found hanging out in one of the male students' sleeping bags after hours during the field trip? So he got arrested when he came back to the States and didn't have a job, and that's why we didn't have history class. So I guess me not being in theater isn't that big of a deal compared to what you have to deal with, my guy. I hope things are going well for you. Don't drop the soap. Respectfully. Ooh! Yep, so that is what, yep, that's like the sippiest of sippy teas. It's always the cool teachers. It's always the cool teachers. I mean, don't get me wrong. There are some really, really cool teachers. Like, there are some teachers out there that have changed my life for the better. And there are still teachers I think about to this day as an adult that I have learned amazing things from. And I still put those things into practice in my daily adult life. But then there are teachers like that guy, and I'm like, how's prison food? How's that going for you, my guy? I hope you're doing well. I hope it was worth it. Sippy, sippy, sippy. I'm glad things didn't get any worse for you. Yeah, me too.